I heard about these two boys, ages 8 and 10. They went for a sleepover to their Baba. Okay? This was during Hanukkah. They were very excited to go there. Lots of treats and everything. So they ate, they light the first candle. And then the Baba said, okay, guys, go to bed. It's time to sleep. Say your prayers first. Have a good night. Then the kids went to the room. The little one, age 8, he started screaming, please God, I would like to get this Hanukkah a new Xbox, a new iPad, a new iPhone. And then the other one said, God is not deaf. Yes, but Baba is. I want to talk to you today about, here is your present. Where is mine? Well, I don't know. I think the city is crazy right now with all this, people buying gifts, trying to find sales. I see my inbox is on fire with all the sales and all the invitations to spend my money in so many different places. And then, of course, there is a strike in the post office. So how the presents are going to come in time? Yeah, but it's that time of the year. It is. And then you see, it's not just Hanukkah. It's not just, Christmas. It's also Hanukkah. It's also Hanukkah because many Jewish families, they have the tradition to give gifts to their kids during Hanukkah. I did a little survey about this on my last Torah L'chaim class. You know that I have a Torah class every Thursday at noon. So I chat with the students and say, who does this, who does that for Hanukkah? And it was very interesting, different traditions, but most people will have some kind of gift giving or exchange during Hanukkah. My tradition, that I brought it with me from Chile, that's the way my people would do it there, is especially if you have little kids, you give them one present every night of Hanukkah. And this is very interesting because, sometimes kids talk to each other. And the Jewish kids are always so envious of the non-Jewish kids that they get all these presents on Christmas Day. And say, wow. And then the non-Jewish kid will ask, do you get any present? I say, well, I get one present every night for 8 nights. That's not fair. But it's interesting. So, but it kept me thinking about the concept of gifts in Judaism. Is that a thing? To give gifts to other people? I know in Western civilization it's very common. You go to somebody's house and you bring a present. It's a birthday, you bring a present, right? And I remember this is another joke. I should use it on another Shabbat, but I will tell you anyway. The short version. The guy who goes to visit to his grandmother to her new condo in Florida. And she said to him, remember, when you come, is the 8th floor, ring with your elbow. I said, why with your elbow? What, are you coming empty-handed? It is common to bring presents. So is it a Jewish thing? Well, let me tell you something. That in this week's Parsha, we talk about presents. Unfortunately, it wasn't the part that we read during the service, because remember, we do a triennial cycle. So this year is triennial cycle number 3. So we read only the last third of the Parsha. But before that, before Jacob re-encounters with his brother Esau, what he did, and the Parsha talks about it with lots of details, is to send him presents, to send him gifts. And Jacob it's very interesting the way Jacob did it. Because Jacob said to his messenger, of course, Jacob didn't go to meet Esau right away. He sent messengers first, right? To test the water, to see, he wanted to know, does Esau still wants to kill me, right? Otherwise, I turn around, go back to Haran, who knows? But no, he sent the messenger with presents. Do you see the instruction that Jacob gave to the messenger was, take all these animals, all the flock of sheep and goats, and said, this is for Esau. Please remember to leave some space in between the flock. Why is that? So, Rashi here is trying to understand Jacob's mind of why he would have said, take all these animals but leave space in between. Is so, number one, Esau will believe that it was more than it actually was. It's a trick that we use all the time. You want to, pretend that you have more food in the plate that you actually have. You separate the pieces. The chicken here, broccoli here, potatoes here. So it looks like you have more than you actually have just by leaving space in between. But with the presents, this illusion that because, we get excited when there is more coming than when we have everything at once. Almost like the difference between getting everything on Christmas Day or getting the same amount of gift over 8 days on Hanukkah. Somehow the kids believe that it's more receiving 8 things, 8 days, than everything in one. Okay? So what keeps me thinking here is that the kids do that because they're still trying to figure it out, right? Things in life. They're a little immature. So they believe that 8 different things is better than one. It's the same. Have you ever tried to give a kid $100? They will be happy. Give them 5 20s. They will get even happier because they think, they feel it's more. Hey, you have to try it. It's true. It's true. They think it's more. But we understand. They're kids. They're immature. So I'm wondering here if Jacob was taking a bet to think that Esau was the same immature brother that he left when he went to live to Haran. Because remember, Jacob went through a very intense journey. Jacob changed a lot because of all the experiences that he had. But he took the bet here, he took the guess that Esau was still the same one that always wanted the material things. Remember, he gave away his firstborn rights for a plate of food and so forth. So eventually, this is the plan. This is the strategy for Jacob to test Esau. Send the gifts, but not all at once. Leave some space so there is more coming. So what is the immature attitude there? Is the fact that you don't enjoy what you have on the first wave of presents because you're already thinking on what's coming next. And if this is the way we live life, it's a terrible thing to do. Because we are never content. We are never enjoying what we have now because we are always thinking, what may come tomorrow? Maybe we'll have something better. And we are always thinking of what we may or may not have tomorrow instead of enjoying what we have today. You see, I have nothing against Esau. Never met the guy, right? But he gives hints that, he is a person who is profoundly rooted in a materialistic life. Let me give you another example. When they finally, the two brothers, met each other again, right? Jacob again said, please accept all the gifts that I gave you. What is the answer that Esau gave Jacob? Oh no, please. Yeshli Rav. I have a lot. Okay? And Esau said, so you take it back. And Jacob said, no. Please, I insist. You take it. Yeshli Kol. I have everything. What is the difference between I have a lot and I have everything? And again, the rabbis, especially Rashi, he analyzes this. It's beautiful. He said, when you said I have a lot, it means you can still have more. And that's the way, that's your goal of life. I have a lot, but I can have even more than that. You're not satisfied. When you are truly satisfied, when you can look around in your life, Look around of everything you have, family, friends, health, a roof over your head, and you can say, I have everything. Yesh li kol. That is a new Jacob perspective, the one who became the father of the nation of Israel. When you look around and say, yeah, okay, I have a lot, but I can have more. And by saying that, you stop enjoying what you have. You cannot see the blessing in front of your eyes because you are waiting for the next wave of whatever may or may not come to you. That is, according to the rabbis, an Esau mentality. And who knows, maybe even that the old Jacob mentality, which Jacob eventually realized you can change. I was like that. But then eventually I became a person who learned to be thankful and being content with what I have. The rabbis say that Jacob, by saying, Yesh li kol, what he was saying was, I don't need anything that I don't have, and I don't have anything that I don't need. It's a beautiful way to go through life. So I believe, no pun intended, this parsha is teaching us to live in the present. So when we think about Hanukkah and all the presents that we want in our lives, the best present that you can give to yourself or to your family is this present. To live in your present, being thankful of what we have. Shabbat Shalom.